My name is Nick Hill, class of 2017, and it is my privilege to present Coach Alan Shaler for the induction into the Hall of Fame. Depending on whom you are speaking to, you might conclude that cross country is the most difficult sport of all. There are no timeouts, substitutions, halftimes, or breaks. The sport requires stamina and talent, but to be successful, you must have a strong heart and an even stronger drive to give your best every day. Coach Alan Shaler demonstrated both of these characteristics as part of the fabric of Williston athletics for over 37 years, where he served as an English teacher and coach. Coach Shaler gave legs and wings to the cross-country program with its inception in 1963, coaching the sport through the 1999 season. Additionally, he started coaching track in 1960, and with the exception of a few years in the mid-60s, served as either the head coach or the assistant coach through the 2000 season. Coach Shaler was clearly well prepared to develop a cross-country program after a very successful cross-country and track career at Hamilton College. Running for Hamilton, he won numerous awards and served as the team's captain for 3 years, all indicative of the early signs of his dedication and leadership ability as a coach. In addition, Coach Shaler is a parent of 3 Williston alumni, a mentor to countless Williston cross-country and track athletes, the inspiration for Williston's Shaler Invitational Cross-Country Meet, and a tireless advocate for the new cross-country course at Williston. Without question, it is certain that Coach Alan Shaler's legacy will live on at Williston, Northampton. I would like to invite Coach Alan Shaler to the stage to accept his award.
Thank you. Good luck. Come over here. We're going to give you a medal. Step over here, gentlemen. There you go. I'm going to take a picture. I have 2 sons here today, and I have a special request for George and Jimmy. I want it mentioned in my obituary that I was honored on the same stage and date with Amos Alonzo Stagg. When I think of the many fine athletes, teams, and coaches that have been associated with this great school, I feel very humble and a little strange. Strange because when I was the age of the Williston students I later coached and taught, I wasn't much like them. I was regarded as a good student and musician and not much else. Oh, I did enjoy pickup games of baseball and softball in the neighborhood. And at the summer camp I went to, there was always a track meet, and I always won the distance event. But I always thought that anybody who went out for interscholastic sports got either tired or hurt. Besides, the aroma in the gymnasium bothered me. Then I went off to college and did rather well in cross country and track. Somebody plays football, somebody plays basketball, somebody plays baseball, nobody plays cross country. You go to a soccer game, you go to a hockey game, you go to a lacrosse game, there is no such thing as a cross country game. The words game and play suggest big grins, a million laughs. Now, if somebody is running a cross-country meet and he has a big grin on his face and is waving his arms around like Big Poppy on a home run trot, something is wrong. In some sports, when an athlete has finished competing in an event, he may say, I was really good today. I've never been better. Now, this is very subjective. It may be true, but it may be wishful thinking. In cross country, there is complete objectivity because there is the stopwatch. Now, with this grim picture I have painted, some of you are wondering, why would anybody go out for something like cross country, especially with a sadist like this as the mentor? I learned very early that the good cross country coach is one who can inject a little levity amongst the pain. For instance, we used to play cowboys and Indians in the woods on days before meets, our ultimate frisbee, and then when we had a practice, I would pass amongst the sweaty bodies as they did their stretching exercises and make all sorts of inane comments and witty remarks. And as the practice proceeded, in between the rigorous drills, I would do the same. I think the kids liked this. They often did it themselves, often at my expense. I suppose I should say first, I always tried to find out as much as I could about our opponents before a meet. If it was going to be one-sided, one way or the other, I told the kids, forget about the opposition, do your best and just think about the clock. If it was going to be close, I tried to zero in on the opponent's weaknesses and minimize ours. Some coaches in some schools like to psych up their kids before every meet. I think this may be dishonest. If you know you don't have a chance and you tell the kids you can do it and they don't, they get a guilty conscience afterward, and I think they don't trust the coach much. I feel that you can only do this a couple of times a season anyway. I remember one time, if you're going to do it, it better work. I remember one time we were going to have a very tough meet. It was our last one of the season. We were facing the boys in green from Berkshire. They were defending interscholastic champions. I called the boys together before the gun went off. I had a brown paper bag in my hands. I said, boys, this is an important date. On this day, exactly 25 years ago, I won the New York State Collegiate Championship. And I whipped out of the bag a framed picture of myself breaking the tape. It was inscribed with my time, the date, the significance. You could smell the adrenaline. The gun went off. What seemed like an eternity, they started to come in. It was a gray November day, no more daylight saving time. The first runner appeared coming out of the park. I couldn't tell whether he was green for Berkshire or blue for Williston. He got closer. He was blue. Another one appeared. He was blue. Another one appeared. He was blue. We took the first 7 places, a complete shutout in a meet we could have lost. I suppose you think at this time I should start reminiscing about some of the great runners that I've had, and I won't do this. Because, with a few exceptions, they were all great kids. I trusted them. I think they trusted me. Thank you very much.